Green hydrogen is defined as hydrogen produced through the electrolysis of water using 100% renewable electricity, resulting in minimal to zero greenhouse gas emissions. This definition is critical as it distinguishes green hydrogen from other forms of hydrogen production, such as gray and blue hydrogen, which rely on fossil fuels and generate significant carbon emissions. The Green Hydrogen Organization, GH2, emphasizes that for hydrogen to be classified as green, it must adhere to strict standards that ensure its production process emits less than 1 kilogram of CO2 equivalent per kilogram of hydrogen over a 12-month period, 1A5. This threshold is considerably lower than those set by other hydrogen standards, which often allow for higher emissions due to the inclusion of fossil fuel-based production methods. The process of producing green hydrogen involves using renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, hydroelectric, and geothermal power, to generate electricity that drives the electrolysis process. During electrolysis, an electric current is passed through water, splitting it into its constituent elements, hydrogen and oxygen. The only byproducts of this reaction are oxygen and steam, making it a clean and sustainable method of hydrogen production. Unlike traditional methods that often utilize natural gas or coal, which can emit up to 9 kilograms of CO2 per kilogram of hydrogen produced, green hydrogen represents a significant step toward decarbonizing energy systems and reducing reliance on fossil fuels. As the world grapples with climate change and seeks pathways to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, green hydrogen emerges as a crucial component in the transition to a sustainable energy future. It has the potential to serve various applications across multiple sectors, including transportation, heavy industry, and energy storage. By replacing gray hydrogen with green alternatives, industries can significantly cut their carbon footprints and contribute to global emissions reduction goals. Nonetheless, while the promise of green hydrogen is substantial, challenges such as high production costs and the need for extensive infrastructure development remain hurdles that must be addressed to fully realize its potential in powering a sustainable future. Green hydrogen is increasingly recognized as a cornerstone in the global energy transition, playing a pivotal role in efforts to decarbonize various sectors and mitigate climate change. As a zero-emission alternative to fossil fuels, green hydrogen is produced through the electrolysis of water, powered by renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and hydropower. This process not only generates hydrogen but does so with water vapor as the sole byproduct, thereby eliminating the carbon emissions associated with traditional hydrogen production methods that rely on fossil fuels. Currently, green hydrogen accounts for less than 1% of total hydrogen production. However, its significance is projected to grow exponentially over the next 2 decades as global demand for clean energy solutions escalates. According to the Hydrogen Council, investments in green hydrogen projects are expected to reach $300 billion by 2030, underscoring its critical role in shaping a sustainable energy future. The importance of green hydrogen in the energy transition extends beyond its environmental benefits. It also represents a significant economic opportunity. The sector is poised to create numerous jobs and drive technological innovation as countries invest in infrastructure for hydrogen production, storage, and distribution. For instance, transitioning to green hydrogen can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions across various industries, including heavy manufacturing and transportation. Hydrogen-powered vehicles emit only water vapor instead of carbon dioxide, offering a cleaner alternative to conventional combustion engines. Moreover, green hydrogen can serve as a versatile energy carrier that addresses the intermittency challenges associated with renewable energy sources. By storing excess renewable energy during periods of high production and releasing it when needed, green hydrogen enhances grid flexibility and stability. The urgency of adopting green hydrogen is further emphasized by recent climate reports highlighting the need for immediate action to transition from fossil fuel dependency. As nations strive to meet ambitious climate targets set forth in international agreements like the Paris Accord, green hydrogen emerges not just as an option but as a necessity for achieving net zero emissions across hard-to-abate sectors such as long-haul aviation and industrial processes. Its ability to decarbonize these sectors makes it an essential component of any comprehensive strategy aimed at combating climate change. By integrating green hydrogen into existing energy systems, countries can bolster their energy independence and resilience while positioning themselves as leaders in the emerging global green economy. In conclusion, the importance of green hydrogen in the energy transition cannot be overstated. It offers a viable pathway to decarbonization while simultaneously fostering economic growth and innovation. As investments continue to flow into this sector and technology advances, green hydrogen stands poised to transform our energy landscape into one that is sustainable and resilient. The shift towards this clean energy source is not merely an aspirational goal but an actionable solution that can significantly contribute to a cleaner and more sustainable future for generations to come. Hydrogen is increasingly recognized as a vital component of the global energy landscape, with its current usage primarily concentrated in traditional industrial applications. As of 2023, global hydrogen demand reached approximately 97 million tons, with nearly all of this demand being met by fossil fuel-based production methods, particularly steam methane reforming, SMR, from natural gas. This process, which produces what is known as gray hydrogen, accounts for about 90% of hydrogen production today. The primary consumers of hydrogen are the refining and chemical industries, where it is utilized for processes such as hydrocracking in oil refineries and ammonia synthesis for fertilizers. These sectors have historically been the backbone of hydrogen demand, driving its consumption for decades. However, despite the significant volume of hydrogen used in these applications, the penetration of hydrogen into new markets, such as transportation and energy storage, remains minimal, accounting for less than 1% of total demand. The outlook for hydrogen usage is shifting as the world increasingly prioritizes decarbonization and sustainability. While traditional applications continue to dominate, there is a growing recognition of the potential for low-emission hydrogen to play a transformative role across various sectors. The International Energy Agency, IEA, highlights that while current hydrogen demand is largely tied to established industries, emerging applications are beginning to gain traction. For instance, the transport sector is poised to become a significant new consumer of hydrogen, particularly through fuel cell electric vehicles, FCEVs, and heavy-duty trucks. Additionally, hydrogen's potential use in high-temperature industrial heating and as a feedstock for synthetic fuels is being explored more vigorously as companies seek alternatives to fossil fuels. Projections suggest that by 2030, clean hydrogen could account for around 30% of total hydrogen demand, driven by both existing applications transitioning from gray to blue and green hydrogen and new applications emerging. As countries commit to ambitious climate targets and seek to reduce their carbon footprints, the transition from gray to clean hydrogen is expected to accelerate. The Hydrogen Council anticipates that by 2050, clean hydrogen could represent up to 95% of total hydrogen demand, with significant contributions from sectors such as mobility and industrial heating. This shift will not only help mitigate greenhouse gas emissions but also create economic opportunities through job creation in new technologies and infrastructure development. The challenge lies in scaling up production capabilities and developing the necessary infrastructure for storage and distribution to support this transition. As investments in green hydrogen technologies increase and production costs decrease, the landscape of hydrogen usage is set to evolve dramatically in the coming years, positioning it as a cornerstone of a sustainable energy future. The historical context of hydrogen energy is rich and complex, tracing back over several centuries and reflecting a series of scientific discoveries and technological advancements that have shaped its development. The journey began in the 17th century when English scientist Robert Boyle first produced hydrogen gas in 1671. However, it was not until 1766 that hydrogen was officially recognized as an element by Henry Cavendish, who produced it by dissolving metals in acids. This early recognition laid the groundwork for future exploration into hydrogen's properties and potential applications. The 19th century marked a significant turning point with the discovery of electrolysis in 1800 by English scientists William Nicholson and Sir Anthony Carlisle. This process, which involves splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen using an electric current, became a foundational method for producing hydrogen, particularly as interest in clean energy sources began to emerge. The invention of the hydrogen fuel cell by Welsh inventor Sir William Grove in 1842 further propelled the development of hydrogen energy technologies. Grove's innovation combined hydrogen and oxygen to produce electricity and water, demonstrating the potential of hydrogen as a clean energy carrier. Throughout the late 19th and early 20th centuries, various applications of hydrogen were explored, including its use in airships and as a fuel for internal combustion engines. However, it was during the mid-20th century that hydrogen gained significant attention due to its potential for space exploration. NASA's development of hydrogen fuel cells for spacecraft during the 1960s showcased its viability as a clean energy source, leading to increased research funding and interest in commercial applications. Despite these advancements, the mainstream adoption of hydrogen has faced numerous challenges over the years. The oil crises of the 1970s prompted renewed interest in alternative fuels, including hydrogen. In response to growing concerns about energy security and environmental pollution from fossil fuels, various governments initiated research and development programs aimed at harnessing hydrogen's potential. The establishment of organizations such as the International Energy Agency, IEA, in 1974 marked a pivotal moment in international cooperation on hydrogen technologies. However, high production costs, limited infrastructure, and technological barriers have historically hindered widespread deployment. In recent decades, there has been a resurgence of interest in hydrogen energy driven by global climate goals and the urgent need to transition away from fossil fuels. The Paris Agreement in 2015 catalyzed efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions worldwide, leading to increased investments in green hydrogen technologies. As countries commit to achieving net zero emissions by mid-century, hydrogen is being re-evaluated not only as a fuel source but also as a critical component of energy storage and decarbonization strategies across various sectors. Today, the historical context of hydrogen energy serves as both a reminder of its long-standing potential and a call to action for overcoming the challenges that have impeded its progress. With continued innovation and investment, hydrogen is poised to play a transformative role in shaping a sustainable energy future for generations to come. Understanding the key terminology and concepts associated with green hydrogen is essential for grasping its role in the energy transition. At its core, green hydrogen refers to hydrogen produced through the electrolysis of water using renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, or hydroelectric power. This process involves splitting water, H2O, into hydrogen, H2, and oxygen, O2, without generating greenhouse gas emissions, thus distinguishing it from other forms of hydrogen production. The Global Green Hydrogen Standard defines green hydrogen as hydrogen produced with 100% or near 100% renewable energy and close to zero greenhouse gas emissions. This definition is crucial as it sets a benchmark for what constitutes green in an industry that is rapidly evolving and where standards are still being established. In contrast to green hydrogen, there are other classifications of hydrogen based on their production methods and environmental impact. Gray hydrogen, which accounts for the majority of current hydrogen production, is derived from fossil fuels, primarily through a process known as steam methane reforming, SMR. This method releases significant amounts of carbon dioxide, CO2, into the atmosphere. Blue hydrogen, on the other hand, is produced similarly to gray hydrogen but incorporates carbon capture and storage, CCS, technologies to mitigate emissions. While blue hydrogen presents a transitional solution towards cleaner energy, it still relies on fossil fuels and does not achieve the same level of sustainability as green hydrogen. The concept of electrolysis is central to the production of green hydrogen. Electrolysis uses an electric current to separate water into its constituent elements, hydrogen and oxygen. There are various electrolytic technologies, including alkaline electrolysis and proton exchange membrane (PEM) electrolysis, each with its own advantages and applications. As renewable energy sources become more prevalent, the efficiency and cost-effectiveness of electrolyzers are improving, making green hydrogen increasingly viable as a mainstream energy source. Additionally, emerging methods such as solar-driven processes, which utilize concentrated solar power or photoelectrochemical techniques, are being explored to enhance the sustainability of hydrogen production. Another important concept is hydrogen's versatility as an energy carrier. It can be stored and transported relatively easily compared to electricity, making it a valuable asset for balancing supply and demand in renewable energy systems. Hydrogen can also be used in various applications beyond energy generation, including industrial processes like steel manufacturing and ammonia production, which are traditionally hard to decarbonize through direct electrification. Furthermore, green hydrogen has potential in long-haul transportation sectors such as shipping and aviation, where battery technology may not be sufficient due to weight and range limitations. In summary, Key terminology surrounding green hydrogen encompasses its definition as a clean fuel source produced via electrolysis using renewable energy, its differentiation from gray and blue hydrogen based on environmental impact, and its role as a versatile energy carrier capable of supporting various applications across different sectors. Understanding these concepts is crucial for recognizing the transformative potential of green hydrogen in achieving global sustainability goals while facilitating the transition toward a low-carbon economy. As investments in this technology grow and infrastructure develops, green hydrogen stands poised to play an increasingly significant role in shaping the future of energy. Thermochemical processes represent a significant avenue for hydrogen production, utilizing high-temperature heat to drive a series of chemical reactions that ultimately split water into hydrogen and oxygen. These processes typically operate at temperatures ranging from 500 degrees Celsius to 2000 degrees Celsius, leveraging thermal energy from various sources such as concentrated solar power, nuclear reactors, or even industrial waste heat. The fundamental principle behind thermochemical water splitting is to use a sequence of chemical reactions that, when combined, result in the overall decomposition of water into its constituent elements without the need for direct electrolysis. One of the key advantages of thermochemical processes is their potential for high efficiency in converting thermal energy to chemical energy in the form of hydrogen. Unlike electrolysis, which requires electricity as an intermediate step, thermochemical cycles can directly convert heat into chemical energy, potentially reducing overall energy losses. More than 300 different thermochemical water splitting cycles have been identified in scientific literature, each with its own set of operating conditions, engineering challenges, and production opportunities. These cycles can be broadly categorized into two types: direct cycles, which are typically less complex but require higher operating temperatures, and hybrid cycles, which involve more steps but can operate at lower temperatures. Among the most promising thermochemical processes are those based on metal oxide cycles and sulfur cycles. Metal oxide cycles, such as the cerium oxide thermal cycle, involve the reduction of a metal oxide at high temperatures followed by its reoxidation with water at lower temperatures to produce hydrogen. Sulfur cycles, on the other hand, utilize sulfur-containing compounds in a series of reactions to split water. These cycles are particularly attractive due to their relatively low complexity and high potential for cycle efficiency. The development of these processes has benefited from synergies with concentrated solar power technologies and emerging solar fuel production techniques, driving continued progress in the field. Despite the promise of thermochemical processes, several challenges remain in their development and commercialization. Key areas of focus include improving the efficiency and durability of reactant materials, developing robust reactor designs capable of withstanding high temperatures and thermal cycling, and reducing the cost of concentrated solar collection systems for solar-driven processes. Additionally, the scalability of reactor concepts to achieve high energy conversion efficiencies and throughput remains a significant hurdle. Ongoing research aims to address these challenges, with the goal of making thermochemical hydrogen production a viable and economical option for large-scale, low-emission hydrogen generation. As the world seeks to transition away from fossil fuel-based hydrogen production, which currently accounts for about 96% of global hydrogen supply, thermochemical processes offer a promising pathway towards sustainable hydrogen production. By harnessing renewable heat sources or utilizing waste heat from industrial processes, these methods have the potential to significantly reduce the carbon footprint of hydrogen production. Furthermore, the development of decentralized hydrogen production modules based on thermochemical cycles could play a crucial role in smart energy grids, complementing electrolysis and thermal energy storage systems to create a more flexible and resilient energy infrastructure. Solar-driven processes for hydrogen production represent a cutting-edge approach to harnessing the sun's energy for clean fuel generation. These methods directly utilize solar radiation to split water into hydrogen and oxygen, offering a promising pathway towards sustainable hydrogen production. The most prominent solar-driven processes can be broadly categorized into three main types: photoelectrochemical, PEC, water splitting, concentrated solar thermochemical cycles, and integrated photovoltaic electrolysis systems. Photoelectrochemical water splitting is a process that uses specialized semiconductors to directly convert solar energy into chemical energy. In PEC systems, sunlight is absorbed by a photoelectrode immersed in an electrolyte solution, generating electron-hole pairs. These charge carriers then drive the water splitting reaction at the semiconductor-electrolyte interface, producing hydrogen at the cathode and oxygen at the anode. Research in this field has demonstrated solar-to-hydrogen efficiencies exceeding 10%, with ongoing efforts focused on improving stability, efficiency, and scalability. The promise of PEC systems lies in their potential for high efficiency and direct conversion of sunlight to hydrogen without the need for separate electricity generation steps. Concentrated solar thermochemical cycles represent another innovative approach to solar hydrogen production. These systems utilize high-temperature heat from concentrated solar radiation to drive a series of chemical reactions that ultimately split water into hydrogen and oxygen. Researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, have recently developed a conceptual concentrated solar power (CSP) system that aims to use up to 40% of solar heat for green hydrogen generation, a significant improvement over previous systems that achieved only 7% utilization rates. This approach leverages the high temperatures achievable through solar concentration, often exceeding 1,500 degrees Celsius, to enable thermochemical cycles that can potentially achieve excellent efficiencies, with some estimates suggesting possibilities greater than 40%. Integrated photovoltaic electrolysis systems combine solar photovoltaic (PV) panels with electrolyzers to produce hydrogen. While not as direct as PEC or thermochemical methods, these systems benefit from the maturity of both PV and electrolysis technologies. A recent breakthrough in this field is the development of a kilowatt-scale solar hydrogen production system that achieves a solar-to-hydrogen device-level efficiency of greater than 20%. This system, which uses concentrated solar irradiation, demonstrates the potential for cogeneration of hydrogen and heat at a substantial scale. Such integrated systems are particularly promising for near-term deployment due to their use of commercially available components and demonstrated high technology readiness levels. The versatility of solar-driven hydrogen production processes extends beyond just fuel generation. For instance, the concentrated solar reactor developed at the École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne, EPFL, not only produces hydrogen at unprecedented rates for a pilot-scale device but also generates usable heat and oxygen. This cogeneration capability enhances the overall system efficiency and opens up possibilities for applications in various industrial sectors, including metal processing, fertilizer manufacturing, and even in residential settings for water heating. As research in solar-driven hydrogen production continues to advance, we are seeing a trend towards larger-scale demonstrations and increased efficiencies. The University of Florida and Synhelions collaboration aims to scale up solar hydrogen production by leveraging concentrating solar power infrastructure to split water at high temperatures. Such projects are critical in bridging the gap between laboratory-scale demonstrations and commercial viability, paving the way for the widespread adoption of solar hydrogen technologies in our transition to a sustainable energy future. Biological processes for hydrogen production harness the metabolic capabilities of microorganisms to generate hydrogen through various pathways. These processes can be broadly categorized into two main types: photobiological production and fermentative production. Each method utilizes different microorganisms and metabolic pathways to produce hydrogen, offering unique advantages and challenges in the quest for sustainable energy production. Photobiological hydrogen production employs photosynthetic microorganisms such as green microalgae and cyanobacteria to split water into hydrogen and oxygen using sunlight. This process occurs through two main mechanisms: direct and indirect biophotolysis. In direct biophotolysis, microorganisms use light energy to split water molecules directly, producing hydrogen and oxygen. The overall reaction can be represented as 12H2O plus 6CO2 plus light energy, C6H12O6 plus 6O2, followed by C6H12O6 plus 12H2O plus light energy, 12H2 plus 6CO2. Indirect biophotolysis, on the other hand, involves a two-stage process where microorganisms first produce carbohydrates through photosynthesis, which are then converted to hydrogen in a separate step. While photobiological processes offer the advantage of using abundant resources, sunlight and water, they face challenges such as low hydrogen production rates and the inhibitory effect of oxygen on hydrogen-producing enzymes. Fermentative hydrogen production, also known as dark fermentation, utilizes heterotrophic microorganisms to break down organic substrates in the absence of light, producing hydrogen as a byproduct. This process typically involves the conversion of carbohydrates to hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and organic acids. The theoretical maximum yield for this process is 4 moles of hydrogen per mole of glucose. C6H12O6 plus 2H2O, 4H2 plus 2CO2 plus 2CH3SOH. Fermentative processes have the advantage of being able to operate continuously and can utilize a wide range of organic substrates, including waste materials. However, they are limited by lower hydrogen yields compared to other methods. Recent advancements in biological hydrogen production include the development of microbial electrolysis cells, MECs. These systems combine the metabolic activities of microorganisms with an applied electric current to enhance hydrogen production. In MECs, bacteria break down organic matter, releasing electrons and protons. An additional small electric current is then applied to overcome the thermodynamic barrier, allowing the protons to combine and form hydrogen gas. This innovative approach shows promise for producing hydrogen from wastewater while simultaneously treating the water, offering a dual benefit. Researchers are actively working to overcome the challenges associated with biological hydrogen production. Key areas of focus include improving hydrogen production rates and yields through genetic engineering of microorganisms, optimizing reactor designs, and developing more efficient hydrogen-producing enzymes. For photobiological systems, efforts are being made to increase light conversion efficiencies and develop oxygen-tolerant hydrogenases. In fermentative systems, research is aimed at identifying optimal feedstock sources and processing methods to maximize hydrogen yields. As the world seeks sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels, biological hydrogen production methods offer the potential for environmentally friendly, low-carbon hydrogen generation. While these technologies are still in the research and development stage, ongoing advancements in biotechnology and process engineering are bringing them closer to commercial viability. The ability to produce hydrogen using renewable resources and even waste materials positions biological processes as promising contributors to the future hydrogen economy. The current market size and demand for hydrogen is substantial and growing rapidly, driven by increasing interest in clean energy solutions and decarbonization efforts across various industries. As of 2024, estimates of the global hydrogen market size vary among different sources, reflecting the dynamic nature of this emerging sector. According to Precedence Research, the global hydrogen market size was calculated at $262.13 billion in 2024, with projections to reach $282.63 billion by 2025. This represents a significant portion of the energy market and underscores the current importance of hydrogen in various applications. The same source indicates that the Asia-Pacific hydrogen market alone accounted for $94.37 billion in 2024, highlighting the regional variations in market size and demand. However, when focusing specifically on green hydrogen, which is produced using renewable energy sources, the market size is smaller but growing at a much faster rate. Grandview Research estimated the global green hydrogen market size at $7.98 billion in 2024, with expectations to reach $11.86 billion by 2025. This rapid growth in the green hydrogen sector reflects the increasing emphasis on sustainable hydrogen production methods. The overall hydrogen generation market, which encompasses various production methods including both conventional and green hydrogen, was valued at $155.3 billion in 2024 according to a report by Globe Newswire. This figure aligns closely with the estimate provided by Markets and Markets, which valued the global hydrogen generation market at $158.8 billion in 2023. It's important to note that market size estimates can vary due to differences in methodology and market segmentation. For instance, GM Insights reported the global hydrogen market size at $204.5 billion in 2024, a figure that falls between the higher estimates for the overall hydrogen market and the lower estimates for specific segments like green hydrogen. In terms of volume, the global hydrogen market was estimated at 98.42 million tons in 2024, according to expert market research. This substantial volume underscores the widespread use of hydrogen across various industries, including refining, chemical production, and emerging applications in transportation and energy storage. The current demand for hydrogen is primarily driven by traditional industrial applications such as oil refining, ammonia production, and methanol synthesis. However, there is growing interest in using hydrogen as a clean energy carrier for transportation, power generation, and industrial heating. This expanding range of applications is expected to significantly boost demand in the coming years, particularly for low-carbon and green hydrogen as countries and industries strive to meet ambitious climate targets. The future projections for green hydrogen demand paint a picture of exponential growth and transformative potential in the global energy landscape. According to various market research reports, the green hydrogen market is poised for substantial expansion in the coming years, driven by increasing environmental concerns, technological advancements, and supportive government policies. Global market insights and expert market research project that the green hydrogen market, which exceeded $6.49 billion in 2024, is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of over 31% from 2024 to 2032. This growth trajectory is further supported by projections from Straits Research, which anticipates the market to reach a staggering $192.30 billion by 2033, growing at an even more impressive CAGR of 55% during the forecast period of 2025 to 2033. These projections underscore the rapid acceleration of green hydrogen adoption across various sectors. In terms of production capacity, McKinsey reports that global green hydrogen deployment is expected to reach 150 gigawatts by 2030, translating to approximately 63,750 tons per day. This significant increase in production capacity is aligned with the growing demand projections. The Global Energy Perspective 2023 by McKinsey further elaborates on this trend, forecasting that clean hydrogen demand could increase to between 125 and 585 million tons per annum by 2050, accounting for 73 to 100% of total hydrogen demand. This shift towards clean hydrogen is expected to be driven by both existing applications transitioning from gray to blue and green hydrogen, and the emergence of new applications in sectors such as steel production, synthetic fuels, and heavy road transport. The transition to green hydrogen is not expected to be uniform across all regions. While green hydrogen production is projected to be spread across various regions, blue hydrogen production is anticipated to be more geography-specific. By 2050, green hydrogen is expected to dominate the global supply mix, with a share of between 50 and 65% across scenarios, as cost reductions in renewables and electrolyzers enhance its cost competitiveness. This shift in production methods aligns with the broader trend towards decarbonization and the increasing economic viability of renewable energy sources. It's important to note that while the growth projections are overwhelmingly positive, they vary significantly among different sources due to differing underlying assumptions regarding decarbonization ambitions. The World Energy Council's analysis of various scenarios indicates that under high-ambition climate goals, hydrogen demand could range between 200 to 600 metric tons by 2050. These projections highlight the critical role that policy decisions and climate ambitions will play in shaping the future of green hydrogen demand. The economic factors influencing the growth of the green hydrogen market are multifaceted and dynamic. One of the primary drivers is the declining cost of renewable energy sources, particularly solar and wind power, which are essential for green hydrogen production. As the costs of renewables continue to plummet, the economic viability of green hydrogen improves significantly. According to PwC's analysis, cost reductions in renewable electricity production and hydrogen technologies will lead to an increase in the number of countries that can produce cost-competitive green hydrogen. Government policies and incentives play a crucial role in shaping the economic landscape for green hydrogen. The introduction of production tax credits, such as the 45V tax credit in the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act, is designed to make green hydrogen more competitive with traditional production methods. These financial incentives are critical in bridging the current cost gap between green hydrogen and fossil fuel-based alternatives, encouraging investment and scaling up production. Additionally, global decarbonization goals are driving nations to invest heavily in sustainable energy solutions, creating a favorable economic environment for green hydrogen development. The potential for green hydrogen to create new economic opportunities is another significant factor influencing its growth. Developing countries with abundant renewable energy resources have the opportunity to become producers of green hydrogen, potentially transforming their economies. This could lead to the emergence of new power nodes and centers of hydrogen production and use, reshaping global energy geopolitics. For instance, regions like Latin America and the Caribbean, with their vast renewable energy sources, have the potential to become global leaders in clean energy production. However, it's important to note that the hydrogen business is expected to be more competitive and less lucrative than the current oil and gas industry. Unlike fossil fuels, which are extracted, hydrogen is a conversion business with the potential to be produced competitively in many places. This characteristic limits the possibilities of capturing economic rents similar to those generated by fossil fuels, which currently account for about 2% of global GDP. As green hydrogen becomes more cost-competitive, new and diverse participants are likely to enter the market, further driving competition and potentially reducing profit margins. The development of global clean hydrogen value chains is expected to bring significant geo-economic shifts. The current annual hydrogen sales represent a market value of approximately $174 billion, already exceeding the value of annual trade in liquefied natural gas, LNG. As the market expands, countries and regions that can assert technology leadership and shape the rules of the growing market stand to gain economic advantages. Having a stake in the hydrogen value chain can boost economic competitiveness, with the potential for countries with ample renewable resources to become sites of green industrialization, attracting energy-intensive industries. In conclusion, while the economic factors influencing the growth of green hydrogen are complex, they generally point towards a future of increasing viability and competitiveness. The combination of falling renewable energy costs, supportive government policies, and the potential for new economic opportunities is creating a strong foundation for the expansion of the green hydrogen market. However, the industry will need to navigate challenges such as high initial costs and the need for significant infrastructure investments to fully realize its potential as a cornerstone of the global energy transition. The green hydrogen market is characterized by a diverse array of key players, ranging from established energy giants to innovative startups, all vying for leadership in this rapidly expanding sector. Among the most prominent companies are Siemens Energy AG, Linde plc, Air Liquide, Air Products and Chemicals Incorporated, and Plug Power Incorporated. These industry leaders are leveraging their technological expertise, financial resources, and global reach to drive innovation and scale up green hydrogen production. Siemens Energy AG stands out as a major player, developing cutting-edge green hydrogen technologies and establishing a multi-gigawatt electrolyzer facility in Berlin. The company aims to achieve an annual production capacity of 3 gigawatts by 2025, positioning itself at the forefront of Europe's green hydrogen revolution. Linde plc and Air Liquide, both with extensive experience in industrial gases, are applying their expertise to green hydrogen production and distribution. These companies are not only investing in production facilities, but also developing end-to-end solutions for the entire green hydrogen value chain. Emerging players like Nel ASA, Engie, and Bloom Energy are making significant strides in the market, focusing on innovative electrolysis technologies and integrated energy solutions. Plug Power, a leader in fuel cell technology, is rapidly expanding its green hydrogen ecosystem, aiming to produce 2,000 tons of green hydrogen per day by 2030. In the Asia-Pacific region, companies such as Toshiba Energy Systems and Solutions Corporation and Reliance Industries are driving growth, with ambitious projects and investments in renewable energy sources to support green hydrogen initiatives. The market also sees participation from traditional oil and gas companies like Shell plc and BP, which are pivoting towards green hydrogen as part of their broader energy transition strategies. These companies bring significant infrastructure and project management expertise to the table, potentially accelerating the deployment of large-scale green hydrogen projects. Additionally, specialized firms like Green Hydrogen Systems and Enapter SRL are focusing exclusively on green hydrogen technologies, driving innovation in electrolyzer design and efficiency. As the green hydrogen market continues to evolve, collaborations and partnerships between these key players are becoming increasingly common. These alliances aim to combine complementary strengths, share risks, and accelerate the development of green hydrogen infrastructure. With governments worldwide setting ambitious targets for hydrogen adoption, these key players are well positioned to shape the future of the green hydrogen economy, driving technological advancements and scaling up production to meet the growing global demand for clean energy solutions. The economic factors influencing the growth of green hydrogen are complex and multifaceted, with cost reduction being a primary driver. Currently, green hydrogen production costs range from $3 to $8 per kilogram, significantly higher than the $1 to $2 per kilogram for traditional gray hydrogen. However, projections indicate a substantial decrease in production costs, with some estimates suggesting a 50% reduction by 2034. This cost decline is crucial for green hydrogen's competitiveness and widespread adoption. Several key factors are contributing to this anticipated cost reduction. Technological advancements, particularly in electrolyzer efficiency and design, are playing a vital role. Innovations in catalysts, membrane materials, and system designs are enhancing the efficiency of hydrogen production. Additionally, the declining costs of renewable energy sources, especially solar and wind power, are making green hydrogen production more economically viable. As renewable electricity is the largest cost component in green hydrogen production, regions with abundant, low-cost renewable resources are poised to become attractive production markets. Government support and policy initiatives are also significant economic factors driving growth. For instance, the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act includes a clean hydrogen production tax credit, which is expected to stimulate substantial investments in the hydrogen economy. Similarly, the European Union has set ambitious targets for renewable hydrogen production. These policy measures are creating a favorable economic environment for green hydrogen development and adoption across various sectors. The potential for green hydrogen to create new economic opportunities is another factor influencing its growth. Countries with abundant renewable energy resources have the opportunity to become producers of green hydrogen, potentially transforming their economies and reshaping global energy geopolitics. This could lead to the emergence of new power nodes and centers of hydrogen production and use. However, it's important to note that the hydrogen business is expected to be more competitive and less lucrative than the current oil and gas industry. Unlike fossil fuels, which are extracted, hydrogen is a conversion business with the potential to be produced competitively in many places, limiting the possibilities of capturing economic rents similar to those generated by fossil fuels. Public and private investments are also playing a crucial role in driving the economic growth of the green hydrogen sector. Major companies are investing heavily in green hydrogen technologies and infrastructure, which is essential for scaling up production and improving cost competitiveness. These investments are not only advancing technological capabilities, but also creating economies of scale that further drive down production costs. In conclusion, while green hydrogen currently faces economic challenges due to high production costs, the combination of technological advancements, declining renewable energy costs, supportive government policies, and significant investments is creating a strong foundation for its growth. As these factors continue to evolve, green hydrogen is expected to become increasingly competitive, potentially undercutting gray hydrogen in several markets by the end of the decade. This economic shift could have far-reaching implications for global energy markets and the transition to a low-carbon economy. The green hydrogen market is characterized by a diverse array of key players, ranging from established energy giants to innovative startups, all vying for leadership in this rapidly expanding sector. Among the most prominent companies are Siemens Energy AG, Linde plc, Air Liquide, Air Products and Chemicals Incorporated, and Plug Power Incorporated. These industry leaders are leveraging their technological expertise, financial resources, and global reach to drive innovation and scale up green hydrogen production. Siemens Energy AG stands out as a major player, developing cutting-edge green hydrogen technologies and establishing a multi-gigawatt electrolyzer facility in Berlin. The company has been awarded significant contracts, such as a 280-megawatt electrolysis system for German utility EWE, demonstrating its capacity to deliver large-scale projects. 2.8. Linde plc and Air Liquide, both with extensive experience in industrial gases, are applying their expertise to green hydrogen production and distribution. These companies are not only investing in production facilities, but also developing end-to-end solutions for the entire green hydrogen value chain. Emerging players like Nel ASA, Engie, and Bloom Energy are making significant strides in the market, focusing on innovative electrolysis technologies and integrated energy solutions. Plug Power, a leader in fuel cell technology, is rapidly expanding its green hydrogen ecosystem, with projects like the St. Gabriel Green Hydrogen Plant in Louisiana, aiming to produce 15 tons of green hydrogen daily. In the Asia-Pacific region, companies such as Toshiba Energy Systems and Solutions Corporation and Reliance Industries are driving growth, with ambitious projects and investments in renewable energy sources to support green hydrogen initiatives. The market also sees participation from traditional oil and gas companies like Shell plc, which are pivoting towards green hydrogen as part of their broader energy transition strategies. These companies bring significant infrastructure and project management expertise to the table, potentially accelerating the deployment of large-scale green hydrogen projects. Additionally, specialized firms like Green Hydrogen Systems and Enapter SRL are focusing exclusively on green hydrogen technologies, driving innovation in electrolyzer design and efficiency. As the green hydrogen market continues to evolve, collaborations and partnerships between these key players are becoming increasingly common. For instance, Siemens Energy's collaboration with Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, DUA, and Expo 2020 Dubai to inaugurate the first industrial-scale, solar-driven green hydrogen facility in the Middle East and North Africa showcases the power of strategic partnerships in advancing the industry. With governments worldwide setting ambitious targets for hydrogen adoption, these key players are well-positioned to shape the future of the green hydrogen economy, driving technological advancements and scaling up production to meet the growing global demand for clean energy solutions. Investment trends and funding opportunities in the green hydrogen sector are showing significant momentum, driven by both public and private initiatives. Currently, there are 67 green hydrogen projects planned in the U.S. for the next 5 years, with a total investment of $26 billion. This substantial commitment reflects the growing confidence in green hydrogen's potential to play a crucial role in the clean energy transition. Government support is playing a pivotal role in driving investments. The U.S. Department of Energy, DOE, has announced $7 billion in funding for the Regional Clean Hydrogen Hubs program, with 7 projects selected to receive grants. Additionally, the DOE has released a notice of funding opportunity for up to $46 million to accelerate research, development, and demonstration of more affordable clean hydrogen and fuel cell technologies. These initiatives are part of a coordinated government approach to advancing clean hydrogen, led by the Hydrogen Interagency Task Force. Tax incentives are also shaping investment trends. The Clean Hydrogen Production Tax Credit, 45V, offers up to $3 per kilogram for clean hydrogen production in projects that begin construction by 2033. This can be coupled with an up to 30% investment tax credit under Section 48, providing significant financial incentives for investors. Such policy measures are expected to consolidate the United States' position as a leading hydrogen market, with a particular focus on blue hydrogen in the near term. Private sector investments are also gaining momentum. Major projects like the Air Products and AES Corporation's green hydrogen facility in Texas, with a $4 billion investment, demonstrate the scale of private sector commitment. The project aims to produce over 200 metric tons of hydrogen daily, primarily for transportation, and is set to be the largest green hydrogen facility in the United States. Looking ahead to 2025, experts anticipate a surge in large-scale project investments. At least one more gigascale, 1 GW or greater electrolyzer capacity, green hydrogen project is expected to reach final investment decision, FID. However, challenges remain in securing off-takers, access to renewable energy, and navigating regulatory environments. To address these challenges, financial institutions are developing innovative funding mechanisms. For instance, RMI is working on implementing 4 key market developments in 2025 to jumpstart clean hydrogen finance. Global trends indicate a rapid expansion of manufacturing capacity for green hydrogen production. The global manufacturing capacity for green hydrogen is forecast to double by 2025, with particularly rapid gains expected in North America due to strong policy support. This growth is accompanied by technological advancements, with alkaline electrolyzer technology currently dominating the market and expected to maintain its lead as hydrogen production increases over the next 3 years. In conclusion, the investment landscape for green hydrogen is characterized by substantial government support, increasing private sector commitments, and a focus on large-scale projects. As the market matures and technology advances, we can expect to see more innovative financing solutions and a continued acceleration of investments in this promising clean energy sector. The transportation sector is emerging as a key area for green hydrogen adoption, with applications spanning various modes of transport. In the automotive industry, fuel cell electric vehicles, FCEVs, are gaining traction as a zero-emission alternative to conventional vehicles. FCEVs use hydrogen fuel cells to convert hydrogen and oxygen into electricity, powering an electric motor with only water vapor as a byproduct. Major automobile manufacturers are offering a growing number of FCEVs to the public, with models from Toyota and Hyundai already approved for use in Australia. Heavy-duty transportation is a particularly promising area for hydrogen adoption. Long-haul trucks, buses, locomotives, and ships benefit from hydrogen's advantages over battery electric alternatives, especially for long-distance travel. Hydrogen fuel cells offer faster refueling times, typically less than 5 minutes, and longer driving ranges exceeding 300 miles, making them well-suited for commercial and fleet operations. The heavy-duty sector, which accounts for 5% of vehicles on American roads but 20% of transportation emissions, stands to significantly reduce its environmental impact through hydrogen adoption. In the rail sector, hydrogen-powered trains are emerging as a viable option for decarbonization. Both heavy and light rail systems can accommodate the necessary hydrogen fuel cell equipment, with trams and monorails also adopting this technology globally. For instance, Hyundai has agreed to build hydrogen-fueled light rail trams in Cairo, Egypt, while China and South Korea are also developing hydrogen-powered tram systems with impressive range capabilities. The aviation and maritime industries are also exploring hydrogen as a means to reduce their carbon footprint. Green hydrogen can significantly lower greenhouse gas emissions from airplanes and ships, which are major contributors to air pollution. As the technology advances and infrastructure develops, hydrogen is poised to play a crucial role in decarbonizing these hard-to-abate sectors of transportation. The transition to hydrogen-powered transportation faces challenges, particularly in terms of infrastructure development. Integrating hydrogen fueling stations into local and national roadways will take time, similar to the ongoing process of implementing electric vehicle charging stations. However, as governments and private sector entities invest in hydrogen infrastructure and technology improves, the potential for green hydrogen to revolutionize transportation and contribute to global emissions reduction goals becomes increasingly apparent. Green hydrogen is poised to play a crucial role in decarbonizing various industrial sectors, particularly those that are difficult to electrify directly. One of the most significant applications is in the steel industry, where green hydrogen can replace carbon-intensive processes in steel manufacturing. The direct reduced iron (DRI) process uses hydrogen as a reducing agent to convert iron ore into steel, significantly lowering carbon emissions compared to traditional methods. In the chemical industry, green hydrogen is becoming increasingly important for the production of ammonia and fertilizers. Currently, these processes rely heavily on fossil fuel-based hydrogen, but transitioning to green hydrogen could substantially reduce the carbon footprint of these essential products. Additionally, the petrochemical industry is exploring the use of green hydrogen to produce petroleum products more sustainably. The oil refining sector is another major industrial application for green hydrogen. Hydrogen is primarily used as a component or catalyst in oil refining processes, and replacing gray hydrogen with green hydrogen in these applications could significantly reduce the industry's environmental impact. Similarly, methanol production, which is a key feedstock for various chemical processes, is another area where green hydrogen can make a substantial difference in reducing carbon emissions. Emerging applications for green hydrogen in heavy industry include its use in high-temperature industrial heating processes and as a feedstock for synthetic fuels. These applications are particularly important for industries that have traditionally been difficult to decarbonize due to their high energy requirements. For instance, the concrete industry, which is known for its carbon-intensive processes, is exploring the use of green hydrogen as a means to reduce its environmental footprint. As the world moves towards more sustainable industrial practices, green hydrogen is also finding applications in glassmaking and semiconductor manufacturing. These industries require high-temperature processes that are challenging to electrify, making green hydrogen an attractive alternative to fossil fuels. By integrating green hydrogen into these processes, industries can significantly reduce their carbon emissions while maintaining the high-quality standards required for their products. The adoption of green hydrogen in industrial applications is not only environmentally beneficial but also economically promising. It has the potential to create domestic value and jobs, enhance international competitiveness through local manufacturing of related technologies and infrastructure, and attract foreign direct investment into domestic industries. As technology advances and production costs decrease, the industrial applications of green hydrogen are expected to expand, playing a vital role in achieving global decarbonization goals across various sectors. Green hydrogen is emerging as a promising energy storage solution, complementing existing technologies like batteries and pumped hydro storage. Its ability to store large amounts of energy for extended periods makes it particularly attractive for balancing the intermittency of renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power. One of the key advantages of hydrogen energy storage is its scalability and versatility. Hydrogen can be stored in various forms, including compressed gas, liquefied state, and even in underground salt caverns. The Advanced Clean Energy Storage Hub in Utah, currently under construction, demonstrates the potential of large-scale geological hydrogen storage. This project will utilize salt caverns, each measuring about 67 meters in diameter and 580 meters in height, to store hydrogen produced from renewable energy sources. Such massive storage capabilities enable seasonal energy storage, addressing long-term fluctuations in renewable energy production. For smaller-scale applications, hydrogen can be stored in pressurized vessels or using advanced technologies like metal hydrides. Companies like GKN Hydrogen are pioneering metal hydride technology, which allows for efficient hydrogen storage in a compact and low-pressure form. This approach enhances safety and reduces the footprint compared to traditional high-pressure hydrogen storage methods. These innovations make hydrogen storage more accessible for distributed energy systems and smaller installations. The process of storing energy as hydrogen typically involves electrolysis, where electricity from renewable sources splits water into hydrogen and oxygen. This hydrogen can then be stored and later reconverted to electricity through fuel cells or combustion in gas turbines. While the round-trip efficiency of this process is lower than some other storage methods, the high energy density and long-term storage capability of hydrogen make it an attractive option for certain applications. Hydrogen energy storage also offers flexibility in its use. Beyond re-electrification, stored hydrogen can be used directly in various sectors, including as a feedstock for the chemical industry, fuel for transportation, or blended into natural gas pipelines. This versatility enhances the overall efficiency and utility of hydrogen as an energy storage medium. As the technology advances, integrated hydrogen solutions are becoming more prevalent. These systems combine hydrogen production, storage, and power generation components, offering complete energy storage solutions. Such integrated approaches are particularly valuable for isolated sites or islands, where energy independence and reliability are crucial. While challenges remain, particularly in terms of efficiency and infrastructure development, the potential of hydrogen in energy storage is significant. When combined with other storage technologies like batteries, hydrogen can play a crucial role in enabling a clean energy transition. A Stanford University report suggests that incorporating green hydrogen into energy systems can reduce overall energy costs in some regions, although the optimal mix of storage technologies depends on specific regional factors. As research and development continue, hydrogen energy storage is poised to become an increasingly important component of future renewable energy systems, offering a pathway to long-duration, large-scale energy storage that complements other technologies in the pursuit of a sustainable energy future. The carbon emission reduction potential of green hydrogen is substantial and spans across multiple sectors of the global economy. According to estimates from the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, the use of green hydrogen could result in a cumulative reduction of 3.6 gigatons of CO2 emissions between now and 2050. This significant figure underscores the critical role that green hydrogen can play in global efforts to combat climate change and achieve net zero emissions targets. In the industrial sector, which accounts for approximately 25% of global carbon emissions according to the International Energy Agency, IEA, green hydrogen offers a promising pathway for decarbonization. Particularly in hard-to-abate industries such as steel manufacturing, petrochemical refining, and ammonia production, the adoption of green hydrogen could lead to substantial emission reductions. For instance, in the steel industry, the use of hydrogen in the direct reduced iron (DRI) process as a replacement for carbon-intensive methods could significantly cut carbon emissions associated with steel production. Similarly, in the chemical industry, transitioning from fossil fuel-based hydrogen to green hydrogen for ammonia and fertilizer production could substantially reduce the carbon footprint of these essential products. The transportation sector also stands to benefit greatly from the adoption of green hydrogen. Unlike traditional fossil fuels, green hydrogen combusts cleanly, reducing NOx emissions by over 90% compared to fossil fuel combustion, and producing primarily water vapor as a byproduct. This makes it an ideal candidate for replacing fossil fuels in various transportation applications, from long-haul trucks to maritime shipping and aviation. The potential for emission reduction in this sector is particularly significant given that transportation is a major contributor to global greenhouse gas emissions. In the power generation sector, green hydrogen plays a vital role in energy storage and grid balancing, helping to integrate renewable energy sources like wind and solar into the energy grid. By storing excess renewable energy during periods of low demand and releasing it when demand is high, green hydrogen can help reduce reliance on fossil fuel-based peaker plants, further contributing to emission reductions in the electricity sector. According to ICF International, the use of green hydrogen as a feedstock for gas power plants could become cheaper than natural gas by 2030, potentially leading to significant emission reductions in power generation. While the potential for emission reduction is substantial, it's important to note that the actual impact depends on the method of hydrogen production. Green hydrogen, produced through electrolysis powered by renewable energy, has the lowest carbon footprint, potentially emitting less than 1 kilogram of CO2 equivalent per kilogram of hydrogen produced. This is in stark contrast to gray hydrogen, which can emit up to 12 kilograms of CO2 equivalent per kilogram of hydrogen. The transition from gray to green hydrogen in existing applications alone could lead to significant emission reductions. In conclusion, the carbon emission reduction potential of green hydrogen is vast and multifaceted, offering opportunities for decarbonization across industries, transportation, and energy systems. As technology advances and production scales up, green hydrogen is poised to play a crucial role in global efforts to mitigate climate change and transition to a low-carbon economy. Green hydrogen offers several significant advantages when compared to fossil fuels, particularly in terms of environmental impact and energy potential. Unlike fossil fuels, which release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases when burned, green hydrogen produces only water vapor as a byproduct during combustion. This fundamental difference makes green hydrogen a much cleaner alternative, with the potential to significantly reduce carbon emissions across various sectors. The energy density of hydrogen is notably higher than that of fossil fuels, providing more power per unit of mass. Hydrogen is approximately 3 times more potent than most fossil-based fuel sources, with an energy density of 120 mJ/kg compared to 44 mJ/kg for gasoline. This higher energy density means that less hydrogen is required to perform the same activities as fossil fuels, making it an attractive option for applications ranging from spacecraft and aircraft to vehicles and fuel cells. In terms of production, green hydrogen represents a stark contrast to fossil fuels. While fossil fuels are extracted from finite resources and involve carbon-intensive processes, green hydrogen is produced through electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources such as wind or solar. This production method results in significantly lower emissions, with green hydrogen potentially emitting less than 1 kilogram of CO2 equivalent per kilogram of hydrogen produced, compared to around 12 kilograms for gray hydrogen derived from natural gas. The versatility of green hydrogen also sets it apart from fossil fuels. It can be used across various sectors, including transportation, industrial processes, and power generation. Moreover, green hydrogen can be stored and transported relatively easily, offering advantages in energy storage and grid balancing that fossil fuels cannot match. This flexibility makes green hydrogen a promising solution for hard-to-decarbonize industries and long-term energy storage needs. However, it's important to note that the current market dynamics still favor fossil fuels in terms of cost and infrastructure. Green hydrogen production is currently more expensive than fossil fuel extraction, though costs are projected to decrease significantly in the coming years. Additionally, the infrastructure for green hydrogen production, storage, and distribution is still in its early stages, whereas fossil fuel infrastructure is well established globally. In conclusion, while green hydrogen faces challenges in terms of cost and infrastructure development, its environmental benefits, higher energy density, and versatility make it a compelling alternative to fossil fuels. As technology advances and production scales up, green hydrogen has the potential to play a crucial role in the transition to a more sustainable energy future, offering a path to significant carbon emission reductions across multiple sectors of the global economy. Life cycle analysis, LCA, of green hydrogen production reveals a complex picture of its environmental impacts and benefits. While green hydrogen is often touted as a clean energy solution, a comprehensive examination of its entire life cycle provides a more nuanced understanding of its sustainability. The production of green hydrogen through electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources like wind or solar has significantly lower greenhouse gas emissions compared to traditional hydrogen production methods. A study published in Nature Energy found that green hydrogen can lead to substantial CO2 reductions when produced using very clean electricity and consumed locally. However, the same study cautions that when considering the entire life cycle, including the manufacturing of wind turbines, solar panels, and other infrastructure, the CO2 gains may be less impressive than initially assumed. The environmental impact of green hydrogen production varies depending on several factors, including the source of renewable energy used and the location of production and consumption. For instance, green hydrogen produced using wind energy has been shown to have the lowest emissions, at approximately 0.6 kilograms CO2 eq per kg H2, while solar energy results in higher emissions of about 2.5 kilograms CO2 eq per kg H2. These figures are significantly lower than those for gray hydrogen produced from natural gas, which can emit up to 13.9 kilograms CO2 eq per kg H2. One critical aspect of the life cycle analysis is the energy return on energy invested, EROEI. A study examining photoelectrochemical (PEC) devices for hydrogen production found that under base case conditions, 5% solar to hydrogen efficiency and 10-year device lifetime, the cumulative energy demand of hydrogen production was 204 mJ/kg, resulting in a negative net energy balance of -84 mJ/kg. This indicates that in some scenarios, the energy output from the generated hydrogen may not compensate for the energy input required for device fabrication and operation. The life cycle analysis also considers broader environmental impacts beyond just greenhouse gas emissions. The production of green hydrogen requires significant amounts of water and land, which can lead to environmental risks such as habitat loss, soil erosion, water pollution, and ecosystem disruption. Additionally, the large-scale deployment of renewable energy infrastructure necessary for green hydrogen production may result in land use changes that could affect biodiversity and food security. It's important to note that the environmental benefits of green hydrogen can be maximized through careful planning and implementation. Factors such as the efficiency of electrolysis, the carbon intensity of the electricity used, and the transportation distance of the hydrogen all play crucial roles in determining the overall environmental impact. As technology advances and production scales up, it's likely that the life cycle performance of green hydrogen will continue to improve. In conclusion, while green hydrogen offers significant potential for reducing greenhouse gas emissions compared to fossil fuel-based alternatives, its environmental benefits must be carefully assessed through comprehensive life cycle analyses. These assessments help identify opportunities for improvement and ensure that the transition to green hydrogen truly contributes to sustainability goals. As the industry evolves, ongoing research and development efforts are focused on enhancing the efficiency and reducing the environmental footprint of green hydrogen production throughout its entire life cycle. Water usage and resource management are critical considerations in the production of green hydrogen, as the electrolysis process requires significant amounts of water. According to the International Energy Agency, IEA, approximately 9 liters of water are needed to produce 1 kilogram of green hydrogen through electrolysis. However, when accounting for water purification and cooling processes, the total water requirement can increase to 20 to 30 liters per kilogram of hydrogen produced. The scale of water consumption becomes apparent when considering large-scale hydrogen production. For instance, Plug Power's Woodbine, Georgia Green Hydrogen Production Plant, which produces about 15,000 kilograms of hydrogen daily, uses approximately 240,000 liters, 63,400 gallons, of water per day for hydrogen production. On the hottest days, when additional cooling is required, this usage can increase to 283,000 liters, 74,300 gallons, per day. While this may seem substantial, it's important to note that this water consumption is comparable to or even less than that of fossil-based hydrogen production methods, which require 20 to 40 liters of water per kilogram of hydrogen. The source and availability of water for green hydrogen production are crucial factors, especially in water-stressed regions. In areas like the southwestern United States, where groundwater resources are already under pressure, the water requirements for green hydrogen production could pose significant challenges. Some estimates suggest that each ton of green hydrogen could require up to 18 tons of water when accounting for purification processes. This has led to concerns about the impact on local water supplies and the need for careful management of water resources. However, it's essential to consider the broader context of water usage. The water required for green hydrogen production for household heating and transportation is relatively small compared to average household water consumption. For example, in the UK, the water needed to produce enough green hydrogen for space heating, hot water, and daily car use, 50 kilometers, for an average household is only about 27 kilograms per day, which is a small fraction of the typical 349 kilograms daily household water consumption. On a global scale, if all current fossil fuel consumption were to be replaced by green hydrogen, the annual water use for electrolysis would amount to approximately 28 kilograms per person per day. This represents only 0.000006% of the global seawater resource or 0.09% of the accessible freshwater resource, equivalent to about 1.8% of current global water consumption. These figures suggest that while water usage for green hydrogen production is significant, it is manageable within the context of global water resources. To address water-related challenges, innovative approaches to water sourcing and management are being explored. These include the use of seawater for electrolysis, water recycling technologies, and the integration of hydrogen production with wastewater treatment facilities. Additionally, as the efficiency of electrolysis technology improves, the water requirements per unit of hydrogen produced are expected to decrease. In conclusion, while water usage is a critical factor in green hydrogen production, it should not be viewed as an insurmountable obstacle. With proper resource management, technological advancements, and strategic planning, the water requirements for green hydrogen can be addressed as part of a comprehensive approach to sustainable energy production. As the industry evolves, ongoing research and development efforts are focused on optimizing water use efficiency and exploring alternative water sources to ensure the sustainable scaling of green hydrogen production. The development of green hydrogen infrastructure and production facilities has significant implications for biodiversity, presenting both potential benefits and risks that require careful consideration and management. On the positive side, green hydrogen's role in mitigating climate change by reducing greenhouse gas emissions can indirectly benefit biodiversity. Climate change is a major driver of biodiversity loss, and by helping to limit global temperature rise, green hydrogen could contribute to preserving ecosystems and species diversity. However, the large-scale implementation of green hydrogen projects also poses direct risks to biodiversity. One of the primary concerns is land use change associated with renewable energy infrastructure required for green hydrogen production. The installation of wind farms, solar panels, and other renewable energy sources often requires substantial land areas, which can lead to habitat loss, fragmentation, and disruption of ecosystems. This conversion of natural habitats or agricultural land could have negative impacts on local flora and fauna, potentially threatening food security and ecosystem services. Interestingly, recent research has highlighted a potential positive impact of green hydrogen production on marine biodiversity. A study published in Mitigation and Adaptation Strategies for Global Change suggests that the oxygen byproduct from green hydrogen production could be used to address the issue of ocean deoxygenation. Ocean deoxygenation, caused by climate change and increased nutrient density, poses a serious threat to marine biodiversity. The study proposes pumping the excess oxygen generated during green hydrogen production back into the ocean, potentially helping to restore oxygen levels in marine environments and protect biodiversity. To address biodiversity concerns, it is crucial for green hydrogen projects to incorporate comprehensive environmental impact assessments and mitigation strategies. This includes careful site selection to minimize impacts on sensitive ecosystems, implementing biodiversity-friendly design principles, and exploring innovative approaches to enhance biodiversity alongside renewable energy infrastructure. Some companies in the renewable energy sector are taking proactive steps in this direction. For instance, Ørsted has set an ambition that all new renewable energy projects they commission from 2030 onwards should deliver a net positive biodiversity impact. The management of environmental and social risks associated with green hydrogen projects is essential for sustainable development. This includes not only considering direct impacts on biodiversity but also addressing broader ecosystem services such as natural hazard mitigation. Large-scale green hydrogen projects and related renewable energy farms may result in the loss of natural buffer areas like wetlands, mangroves, and upland forests, which play crucial roles in mitigating the effects of natural hazards such as flooding, landslides, and fires. In conclusion, while green hydrogen offers significant potential for climate change mitigation and, by extension, biodiversity protection, its large-scale implementation must be carefully managed to avoid negative impacts on ecosystems. Balancing the need for renewable energy infrastructure with biodiversity conservation requires thoughtful planning, innovative solutions, and a commitment to sustainable development principles. As the green hydrogen industry grows, it will be crucial to continue research, monitoring, and adaptation of best practices to ensure that biodiversity considerations are fully integrated into project development and operation. The high production costs associated with green hydrogen remain a significant challenge for its widespread adoption and commercialization. Currently, the levelized cost of green hydrogen production falls within a broad range of $3 to $6 per kilogram, making it substantially more expensive than traditional hydrogen production methods. This cost disparity is primarily due to the capital-intensive nature of electrolyzer technology and the reliance on renewable electricity sources. The production cost of green hydrogen is heavily influenced by several factors, including the capital expenditure, CAPEX, for electrolyzer systems, their operational efficiency and utilization rates, and the procurement cost of renewable electricity. The CAPEX includes not only the electrolyzer stack itself but also the necessary balance of plant equipment and grid connection infrastructure. Operating expenses, OPEX, encompass various fixed and variable parameters that impact the overall production cost. In contrast, blue hydrogen, produced from natural gas with carbon capture and storage, typically costs between $2.8 to $3.5 per kilogram, highlighting the economic hurdle that green hydrogen must overcome. Recent analyses by Bloomberg NEF provide a more detailed breakdown of current hydrogen production costs. Gray hydrogen, derived from natural gas without carbon capture, costs between 98 cents to $2.93 per kilogram to produce. Blue hydrogen ranges from $1.80 to $4.70 per kilogram, while green hydrogen production costs can reach as high as $4.5 to $12 per kilogram. This significant cost differential underscores the challenges facing green hydrogen in competing with established fossil fuel-based hydrogen production methods. However, there is optimism regarding future cost reductions for green hydrogen. Projections suggest that by 2030, the production costs could decrease by approximately 50%, with further gradual reductions expected until 2050. This cost decline is primarily attributed to anticipated reductions in renewable energy costs and improvements in electrolyzer technology. Some estimates even suggest that by 2050, green hydrogen production costs in regions with abundant renewable resources could approach €1 per kilogram, potentially making it competitive with traditional hydrogen sources. Despite these promising projections, it's important to note that achieving cost parity with gray hydrogen remains a significant challenge. The International Council on Clean Transportation, ICCT, estimates that by 2030, green hydrogen production costs could reach $3.70 per kilogram in the United States and $5.60 per kilogram in the European Union. While these figures represent substantial improvements from current costs, they still exceed the price of conventional hydrogen production methods. In conclusion, while the high production costs of green hydrogen present a formidable barrier to its widespread adoption, ongoing technological advancements and increasing economies of scale offer hope for future cost reductions. The industry's focus on improving electrolyzer efficiency, reducing capital costs, and leveraging cheaper renewable electricity sources will be crucial in bridging the cost gap between green hydrogen and its fossil fuel-based counterparts. The development of robust green hydrogen infrastructure is a critical challenge that must be addressed to enable the widespread adoption of this clean energy carrier. Infrastructure needs span the entire value chain, from production facilities to storage, transportation, and end-use applications. One of the primary infrastructure requirements is the establishment of large-scale electrolysis plants powered by renewable energy sources. These facilities need to be strategically located in areas with abundant renewable resources, such as wind and solar power, to ensure a consistent and cost-effective supply of green hydrogen. For instance, the European Union Commissioner Kadri Simpson has highlighted Uruguay's potential in this regard, citing its abundant wind and solar resources as practical sources for powering green hydrogen production. Transportation and distribution infrastructure pose significant challenges for the hydrogen economy. The development of an extensive network of pipelines, storage facilities, and refueling stations is crucial for efficient hydrogen delivery. Without this robust network, the accessibility and availability of green hydrogen remain limited, hindering its widespread adoption across various sectors such as transportation, industry, and energy storage. The U.S. Department of Energy emphasizes that a viable hydrogen infrastructure requires the ability to deliver hydrogen from production sites to end-use points, including industrial facilities, power generators, and fueling stations. Storage solutions represent another critical aspect of hydrogen infrastructure. Given hydrogen's low volumetric energy density, developing efficient and cost-effective storage technologies is essential. This includes the construction of large-scale storage facilities, such as underground salt caverns, as well as the development of advanced storage materials and technologies for smaller-scale applications. The integration of hydrogen infrastructure with existing energy systems is also a key consideration. This includes the development of hydrogen-ready gas turbines, fuel cells, and other technologies that can utilize hydrogen as an energy carrier. Additionally, the infrastructure for blending hydrogen into existing natural gas networks needs to be developed to facilitate the gradual transition to a hydrogen-based energy system. Addressing these infrastructure needs requires substantial investment and coordinated efforts from both public and private sectors. The International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, emphasizes the importance of developing a quality infrastructure (QI) ecosystem for the green hydrogen sector. This includes organizations, policies, legal frameworks, and practices required to assure the quality, safety, and sustainability of hydrogen products and services. Such a comprehensive approach to infrastructure development is crucial for mitigating safety, financial, and reputational risks associated with the rapid scaling of green hydrogen technologies. In conclusion, the successful deployment of green hydrogen as a key component of the future energy mix hinges on overcoming significant infrastructure challenges. From production facilities to distribution networks and end-use applications, each aspect of the hydrogen value chain requires careful planning and substantial investment. As the world moves towards a low-carbon economy, addressing these infrastructure needs will be crucial in realizing the full potential of green hydrogen as a clean energy carrier. The green hydrogen industry faces several significant technological challenges that need to be addressed to enable widespread adoption and commercialization. One of the primary hurdles is improving the efficiency and cost-effectiveness of electrolysis, the process used to produce green hydrogen from water using renewable electricity. Current state-of-the-art electrolyzers operate at around 70% efficiency based on the lower heating value, LHV, of hydrogen. While this represents a significant improvement over earlier technologies, there is still substantial room for enhancement. Researchers and companies are actively working on developing more efficient electrolysis methods. For instance, Hysata, an Australian company, claims to have developed a capillary-fed electrolyzer cell that achieves 95% efficiency, potentially reducing the energy cost of hydrogen production to 41.5 kilowatt-hours per kilogram. Such advancements could significantly impact the economic viability of green hydrogen production. Another technological challenge lies in the durability and lifespan of electrolyzer systems. Improving the longevity of these systems is crucial for reducing operational costs and increasing the overall efficiency of hydrogen production. Additionally, the need for on-site compressors to operate electrolyzers adds complexity and cost to the production process. Addressing these issues requires continued research and development in materials science and engineering. The scalability of green hydrogen production technologies presents another significant challenge. While electrolysis is promising for large-scale hydrogen production, it currently accounts for less than 0.1% of global hydrogen production. Scaling up this technology to meet growing demand requires overcoming technical hurdles related to system design, integration with renewable energy sources, and the development of more efficient and cost-effective production methods. Storage and transportation of hydrogen pose additional technological challenges. Hydrogen's low volumetric energy density necessitates the development of advanced storage solutions, including high-pressure tanks, cryogenic storage, and chemical storage methods. Furthermore, adapting existing infrastructure, such as natural gas pipelines, for hydrogen transport requires addressing issues like hydrogen embrittlement and ensuring the safety and integrity of the transportation network. Innovations in electrolyzer technology are crucial for enhancing production efficiency and reducing costs. Recent advancements, as reported by the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, include improved electrolyzer designs and construction techniques that could potentially reduce investment costs by up to 80% in the long term. These developments, along with the substitution of scarce materials with more abundant metals, are essential for making green hydrogen production more economically viable and sustainable. In conclusion, while significant progress has been made in green hydrogen technologies, overcoming these technological challenges is critical for the industry's growth and success. Continued investment in research and development, along with collaborative efforts between academia, industry, and government, will be essential in addressing these hurdles and realizing the full potential of green hydrogen as a clean energy carrier. Public perception and acceptance of green hydrogen technology play a crucial role in its widespread adoption and successful implementation. While green hydrogen offers significant potential as a clean energy carrier, public understanding and support for this technology remain limited in many regions. Studies have shown that there is generally a lack of awareness and understanding about green hydrogen among the general public. A survey conducted in Oman revealed that 37% of respondents emphasized the critical need for increasing public knowledge about green hydrogen and its benefits across various aspects. This highlights the importance of education and outreach efforts to improve public understanding of green hydrogen technology and its potential role in the energy transition. The level of public acceptance for green hydrogen can vary depending on several factors, including perceived benefits, risks, and trust in the technology and its proponents. Research has indicated that individuals who recognize the necessity of early knowledge about green hydrogen projects tend to have more positive perceptions of its reliability and safety. This relationship between knowledge and opinions suggests that well-informed individuals are more likely to view green hydrogen favorably. Communication plays a vital role in shaping public perception and acceptance of green hydrogen initiatives. Studies have shown that educating participants about green hydrogen can strengthen its acceptance. Effective communication strategies that address public concerns, highlight the benefits, and provide accurate information about safety and environmental impacts are essential for building trust and support for green hydrogen projects. Government policies and initiatives also play a crucial role in influencing public perception and acceptance of green hydrogen. Research has emphasized the protective role that governments can play in raising social acceptance of renewable technologies as reliable energy sources. By implementing supportive policies, providing incentives, and demonstrating commitment to green hydrogen development, governments can help build public confidence in the technology. The social acceptance of green hydrogen can vary across different stakeholder groups, including government officials, citizens, and end users. While government officials may support hydrogen initiatives, citizens may have concerns about the construction of infrastructure and plants. End users may have reservations regarding the cost or perceived safety risks associated with hydrogen use. Understanding these diverse perspectives is crucial for addressing concerns and building broad-based support for green hydrogen adoption. As the green hydrogen industry continues to grow, it is essential to address public perception and acceptance challenges proactively. This includes developing comprehensive communication strategies, engaging with diverse stakeholder groups, and addressing concerns related to safety, environmental impacts, and economic viability. By fostering a positive public perception and building trust in green hydrogen technology, the industry can pave the way for its successful integration into the future energy landscape. Government incentives and subsidies play a pivotal role in accelerating the development and adoption of green hydrogen technologies. Recognizing the potential of green hydrogen as a clean energy carrier, various governments worldwide have implemented financial support mechanisms aimed at reducing production costs, fostering innovation, and stimulating market demand. In the United States, the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA, of 2022 has been particularly transformative, introducing a clean hydrogen production tax credit that offers up to $3 per kilogram of hydrogen produced, depending on the carbon intensity of the production process. This initiative is expected to inject approximately $100 billion into the sector over the next decade, making it one of the most generous subsidies for clean energy globally. The IRA's tax credit structure is designed to incentivize companies to produce green hydrogen using low-emission methods. The credit is tiered based on greenhouse gas emissions associated with hydrogen production, encouraging producers to adopt cleaner technologies. Additionally, projects that meet specific wage and apprenticeship standards can access these credits, which further promotes job creation in the green energy sector. The U.S. Department of Energy, DOE, is also actively supporting this transition by allocating $8 billion for the establishment of regional clean hydrogen hubs, which will facilitate collaboration among states and promote large-scale hydrogen production and distribution networks. In Europe, similar efforts are underway to bolster green hydrogen initiatives. The UK government has announced plans to award approximately £2.3 billion, $3 billion, in revenue support for various green hydrogen projects through its low-carbon hydrogen agreement. This subsidy aims to bridge the cost gap between low-carbon hydrogen and conventional fossil fuels, ensuring that producers can cover their production costs while achieving a reasonable return on investment. Moreover, countries across Europe are implementing contracts for difference, CFDs, which guarantee a price for low-carbon hydrogen producers, thereby providing financial stability and encouraging investment in this emerging market. The global landscape for hydrogen subsidies is rapidly evolving, with total announced subsidies exceeding $280 billion, reflecting a significant increase in governmental commitment to this sector. While the U.S. leads with substantial financial backing, other regions are also ramping up their efforts to compete in the green hydrogen market. For instance, Germany and other European nations are developing comprehensive strategies to become leaders in hydrogen technology and production, recognizing its importance in achieving climate goals and energy independence. However, challenges remain regarding the effective allocation and management of these incentives. Ensuring that subsidies are directed towards genuinely low-carbon production methods is critical to avoid unintended consequences that could undermine climate goals. Policymakers must carefully design incentive programs to prevent greenwashing practices where companies might exploit subsidies without making meaningful emissions reductions. In conclusion, government incentives and subsidies are essential for catalyzing the growth of the green hydrogen sector. By providing financial support for production, infrastructure development, and market demand creation, these initiatives help lower costs and accelerate technological advancements. As countries around the world intensify their efforts to transition to cleaner energy sources, effective policy frameworks will be crucial in shaping a sustainable future for green hydrogen as a key component of the global energy landscape. International collaborations and agreements are essential for advancing the green hydrogen sector, facilitating knowledge exchange, resource sharing, and coordinated action among countries and organizations. As nations strive to meet their climate goals and transition to sustainable energy systems, partnerships are becoming increasingly vital in overcoming the technological and economic challenges associated with green hydrogen production and deployment. One of the prominent platforms for international cooperation is the Collaborative Framework on Green Hydrogen, CFGH, established by the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA. This framework serves as a forum for member countries to share insights, strategies, and best practices related to green hydrogen deployment. In 2023, the CFGH focused on evaluating global hydrogen deployment efforts and identifying barriers to implementation. The meetings highlighted the importance of developing demand structures for green hydrogen while also addressing supply-side challenges. Countries such as Germany and Japan have been at the forefront of these discussions, revising their national hydrogen strategies to align with evolving market dynamics and technological advancements. The CFGH's collaborative approach fosters transparency and coordination among nations, enabling them to work together towards common goals in the hydrogen economy. In addition to multilateral frameworks like CFGH, bilateral agreements between countries and companies are also playing a crucial role in advancing green hydrogen initiatives. For instance, Green Hydrogen International, GHI, has partnered with INPEX Corporation from Japan to develop the Hydrogen City project in South Texas. This project aims to produce green hydrogen and ammonia for export to Asian markets, addressing growing global demand while leveraging GHI's innovative production methods and INPEX's extensive experience in large-scale energy projects. Such partnerships exemplify how international collaboration can enhance the scalability and competitiveness of green hydrogen production. Moreover, agreements between companies in different countries are helping to establish supply chains for green hydrogen derivatives. A notable example is the long-term offtake agreement between Yara International and ACME Clean Tech, which focuses on supplying renewable ammonia produced from solar energy in Oman. This partnership not only aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions but also demonstrates how international collaborations can facilitate the development of reliable supply chains for low-emission products across various sectors, including agriculture and shipping. Countries are also recognizing the need for comprehensive regulatory frameworks that support international collaboration in the green hydrogen sector. By establishing clear guidelines for production, certification, and trade of green hydrogen and its derivatives, governments can create an environment conducive to investment and innovation. The establishment of standards through international organizations such as the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, is crucial for ensuring that green hydrogen products meet safety and environmental requirements across borders. In conclusion, international collaborations and agreements are fundamental to unlocking the potential of green hydrogen as a cornerstone of a sustainable energy future. Through platforms like IRENA's CFGH, bilateral partnerships between nations and companies, and the establishment of robust regulatory frameworks, stakeholders can collectively address the challenges facing the green hydrogen sector. As global demand for clean energy solutions continues to rise, these collaborative efforts will be instrumental in driving innovation, reducing costs, and facilitating the transition towards a low-carbon economy on a global scale. The emergence of green hydrogen as a viable energy source is underscored by several successful projects worldwide that demonstrate its potential for large-scale production and application. These case studies not only highlight innovative technologies but also showcase collaborative efforts across various sectors, paving the way for a sustainable energy future. One of the most ambitious projects is the NEOM Green Hydrogen Project in Saudi Arabia, which is set to be the world's largest utility-scale hydrogen facility powered entirely by renewable energy. This project, a joint venture between NEOM, Air Products, and ACWA Power, aims to produce 600 tons of clean hydrogen per day by 2026 through the integration of approximately 4 gigawatts of wind and solar energy. The facility will utilize advanced electrolysis technology from ThyssenKrupp and will produce green ammonia for global export. With an investment value of $8 billion, this project exemplifies how strategic partnerships and significant financial backing can drive large-scale green hydrogen initiatives that contribute to global decarbonization efforts. In the United States, the Air Products and AES Corporation's green hydrogen facility in Texas represents another landmark project in the green hydrogen landscape. Slated to begin operations in 2027, this facility is designed to produce over 200 metric tons of hydrogen daily, primarily for transportation applications. The project integrates around 1.4 gigawatts of renewable power generation with electrolyzer capacity, making it one of the largest green hydrogen facilities in North America. It is expected to create over 1,300 construction jobs and approximately 200 permanent positions, demonstrating the economic benefits associated with large-scale green hydrogen production. Another noteworthy initiative is the Advanced Clean Energy Storage Project in Delta, Utah. This facility aims to produce up to 100 metric tons of green hydrogen daily and will store the hydrogen in underground salt caverns. This innovative approach not only facilitates large-scale production but also addresses energy storage challenges associated with renewable energy sources. By integrating utility-scale renewable hydrogen production with storage capabilities, this project exemplifies how green hydrogen can serve multiple applications, including power generation and industrial use. Internationally, projects like Hyrasia 1 in Kazakhstan are pushing the boundaries of green hydrogen production. This megaproject aims to produce up to 2 million tons of green hydrogen annually by harnessing a combination of wind and solar energy across a vast renewable energy capacity of 40 gigawatts. The project's phased development approach includes significant investments in infrastructure and technology, positioning Kazakhstan as a potential hub for green hydrogen production aimed at both European and East Asian markets. In Mauritania, the Amman project, developed by CWP Global, focuses on producing green hydrogen and ammonia through dedicated renewable energy sources. With plans for approximately 30 gigawatts of renewable power capacity and an electrolysis capacity of 15 gigawatts, this project aims to produce around 1.7 million tons of hydrogen annually by its full-scale operations expected in 2037. The Amman project highlights the potential for developing countries to leverage their renewable resources for sustainable energy production while contributing to global climate goals. These case studies illustrate not only the technological advancements being made in green hydrogen production, but also the collaborative efforts between governments, private companies, and international organizations. As these projects demonstrate successful implementation strategies and economic viability, they pave the way for further investment and innovation in the green hydrogen sector. The lessons learned from these initiatives will be invaluable as nations strive to transition towards a low-carbon economy while addressing pressing environmental challenges. Technological innovations on the horizon are set to revolutionize the green hydrogen sector, enhancing production efficiency and reducing costs while expanding the applications of hydrogen across various industries. As the demand for clean energy solutions grows, advancements in electrolyzer technologies, material science, and digital technologies are emerging as key drivers of this transformation. One of the most promising developments is the evolution of electrolyzer technologies, particularly proton exchange membrane (PEM) and solid oxide electrolyzers (SOEC). These advanced systems offer higher efficiencies and lower operating costs compared to traditional alkaline electrolyzers. SOECs operate at elevated temperatures, utilizing waste heat from industrial processes to enhance hydrogen production efficiency by up to 20%. This innovation not only reduces energy consumption but also lowers overall production costs, making green hydrogen more competitive with fossil fuels. Companies like ThyssenKrupp Nucera are leveraging their extensive experience in electrolyzer technology to rapidly scale up production capabilities, positioning themselves as leaders in the green hydrogen market. Moreover, researchers are exploring novel electrolysis methods that eliminate traditional barriers associated with hydrogen production. For instance, the ETAC, electrochemical and thermally activated chemical process developed at the Technion Israel Institute of Technology, offers a groundbreaking approach by producing hydrogen and oxygen in separate stages without the need for membranes. This innovation simplifies the electrolysis process, reduces complexity, and enhances scalability, potentially leading to significant cost reductions in green hydrogen production. Such advancements are critical as they pave the way for more efficient and economically viable hydrogen production methods. The integration of renewable energy sources with electrolyzer systems is also gaining traction. Solar-powered electrolyzers represent a significant step forward in harnessing clean energy for hydrogen production. By optimizing photovoltaic (PV) systems to match the operating voltage of PEM electrolyzers, researchers have achieved impressive efficiency gains in hydrogen generation. This synergy between solar energy and electrolysis not only maximizes resource utilization but also supports decentralized hydrogen production models that can be deployed in remote areas or alongside existing renewable installations. Digital technologies are playing an increasingly vital role in optimizing green hydrogen production and deployment. The application of artificial intelligence and digital twins allows for advanced modeling of hydrogen systems, enabling stakeholders to assess various configurations and operational scenarios before committing capital. This approach can optimize capital expenditure by 10 to 15% while significantly reducing risks associated with project execution. Enhanced data management and analytics facilitate real-time monitoring and optimization of production processes, ensuring that systems operate at peak efficiency. In addition to these technological advancements, ongoing research into new materials for electrolyzers is essential for improving performance and durability. The National Renewable Energy Laboratory is exploring high-performance catalysts and advanced materials for water splitting, which could lead to breakthroughs that further enhance electrolyzer efficiency and lifespan. Innovations in this area will be crucial for scaling up production capacity and meeting the growing demand for green hydrogen. In conclusion, technological innovations on the horizon are poised to transform the green hydrogen landscape significantly. From advanced electrolyzer designs to the integration of digital technologies, these developments promise to enhance efficiency, reduce costs, and expand the applications of green hydrogen across various sectors. As research continues and investments grow, these innovations will play a crucial role in realizing a sustainable energy future powered by clean hydrogen. Green hydrogen is increasingly recognized as a critical component in achieving global climate goals, particularly in the context of the Paris Agreement, which aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. As countries strive to decarbonize their economies, green hydrogen offers a versatile solution that can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions across various sectors, including heavy industry, transportation, and energy storage. According to a recent analysis by Deloitte, green hydrogen has the potential to play a paramount role in reaching net zero targets by 2050, providing a sustainable alternative to fossil fuels and helping to overcome existing limitations posed by traditional energy systems. One of the most compelling aspects of green hydrogen is its ability to decarbonize hard-to-abate sectors. Industries such as steel making and chemical production are responsible for a substantial portion of global emissions, and transitioning these sectors to low-carbon alternatives is essential for meeting climate targets. Green hydrogen can be utilized directly in industrial processes or converted into synthetic fuels, such as ammonia and methanol, which can replace fossil fuels in various applications. By integrating green hydrogen into these sectors, significant emission reductions can be achieved. For instance, it has been estimated that the use of zero-carbon hydrogen in the United States could abate between 50 million and 103 million metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent, CO2e, annually by 2030, highlighting its potential impact on national emissions reduction efforts. In addition to its applications in industry, green hydrogen serves as an essential energy storage medium that can help stabilize power systems reliant on intermittent renewable energy sources like wind and solar. As these renewable technologies expand, the ability to store excess energy as hydrogen allows for greater flexibility and resilience in energy supply. This capability is particularly important for balancing supply and demand during periods of low renewable generation. By providing a means to store and transport renewable energy efficiently, green hydrogen can enhance grid stability and support the transition toward a more sustainable energy landscape. However, realizing the full potential of green hydrogen requires careful consideration of its production methods and associated greenhouse gas footprints. The environmental benefits of green hydrogen are contingent upon sourcing renewable electricity from truly sustainable sources. Life cycle assessments indicate that when produced using additional renewable capacity, green hydrogen can achieve significant reductions in greenhouse gas emissions, ranging from 62% to 85% compared to conventional gray hydrogen. Conversely, if renewable electricity is sourced from existing systems that would otherwise be powered by fossil fuels, the climate benefits may diminish significantly. To maximize the impact of green hydrogen on climate goals, it is essential for governments and stakeholders to implement supportive policies that encourage investment in clean hydrogen technologies. Legislative frameworks such as the Inflation Reduction Act in the United States provide financial incentives that can lower production costs and stimulate market demand for green hydrogen solutions. By fostering an environment conducive to innovation and collaboration across sectors, policymakers can unlock the transformative potential of green hydrogen as a cornerstone of global decarbonization strategies. In conclusion, green hydrogen holds immense promise as a key player in achieving climate goals by facilitating deep decarbonization across multiple sectors. Its versatility as an energy carrier enables significant reductions in greenhouse gas emissions while supporting the integration of renewable energy sources into existing infrastructure. As technological advancements continue to improve production efficiency and reduce costs, coupled with supportive government policies and international collaborations, green hydrogen is poised to play an integral role in navigating the transition toward a sustainable low-carbon future. The integration of green hydrogen with renewable energy sources represents a transformative approach to achieving a sustainable energy future. As the world increasingly shifts towards cleaner energy systems, the synergy between green hydrogen production and renewable energy, particularly solar and wind, offers a solution to the intermittency challenges associated with these energy sources. By leveraging excess electricity generated during peak production periods, green hydrogen can be produced efficiently and stored for later use, thereby enhancing grid stability and facilitating the transition away from fossil fuels. One of the primary advantages of integrating green hydrogen production with renewable energy is its capacity to mitigate the intermittency of solar and wind power. Renewable energy generation is inherently variable, with output fluctuating based on weather conditions and time of day. Green hydrogen acts as a reliable energy carrier that can store surplus electricity generated during periods of high renewable output. This stored hydrogen can then be converted back into electricity when demand exceeds supply or when renewable generation is low. For instance, projects like the Scalable Hydrogen Energy Platform, SHEP, utilize solar and wind resources to produce green hydrogen, effectively converting excess renewable energy into a storable form that can be deployed as needed. The development of hybrid systems that combine solar and wind energy for hydrogen production has shown promising results in enhancing efficiency and reducing costs. Research indicates that hybrid systems outperform single-source setups by optimizing energy generation and improving overall system performance. By integrating both solar photovoltaic (PV) panels and wind turbines, these systems can maximize electricity production while ensuring a consistent supply for electrolysis processes. Such innovations not only enhance the viability of green hydrogen but also contribute to achieving economies of scale in production. Moreover, the integration of green hydrogen into existing energy infrastructures can facilitate the decarbonization of various sectors beyond electricity generation. For example, green hydrogen can serve as a feedstock for industrial processes, including steel manufacturing and chemical production, which are traditionally reliant on fossil fuels. By replacing carbon-intensive fuels with green hydrogen derived from renewable sources, industries can significantly reduce their carbon footprints. Additionally, green hydrogen is poised to play a crucial role in decarbonizing transportation through fuel cell technologies, enabling zero-emission vehicles to operate efficiently. Challenges remain in terms of scaling up green hydrogen production and integrating it into existing energy systems. Investments in infrastructure are essential to support the widespread adoption of green hydrogen technologies. This includes developing electrolyzer manufacturing facilities, expanding renewable energy installations, and establishing robust hydrogen storage and distribution networks. Policymakers must also create regulatory frameworks that facilitate the seamless integration of green hydrogen into national and regional energy strategies. In conclusion, the integration of green hydrogen with renewable energy sources is pivotal for advancing sustainable energy solutions and addressing climate change. By effectively utilizing excess renewable power for hydrogen production, this approach not only enhances grid flexibility but also supports decarbonization efforts across multiple sectors. As technological advancements continue to improve efficiency and reduce costs, coupled with supportive government policies and strategic investments in infrastructure, green hydrogen is set to play an integral role in shaping a cleaner, more resilient energy future. The potential of green hydrogen to power the world and facilitate a transition to a sustainable energy future is increasingly recognized by governments, industries, and researchers alike. As a clean energy carrier produced from renewable resources, green hydrogen offers a versatile solution to address the pressing challenges of climate change and the need for decarbonization across various sectors. With its ability to replace fossil fuels in hard-to-abate industries, provide energy storage solutions, and support the integration of renewable energy sources, green hydrogen is poised to play a pivotal role in shaping the future energy landscape. One of the most compelling aspects of green hydrogen is its capacity to decarbonize sectors that are traditionally reliant on fossil fuels. Industries such as steel manufacturing, cement production, and long-haul transportation are significant contributors to global greenhouse gas emissions. By utilizing green hydrogen as a fuel source or feedstock, these sectors can significantly reduce their carbon footprints. For instance, transitioning to green hydrogen in steel production could lower emissions by up to 95%, while its application in heavy-duty transport could help mitigate approximately 7% of global CO2 emissions associated with long-haul trucking. This transformative potential underscores the importance of scaling up green hydrogen production and integrating it into existing industrial processes. Moreover, the economic viability of green hydrogen is expected to improve dramatically in the coming years. Current projections indicate that the global green hydrogen market could expand from approximately $1 billion today to as much as $30 billion by 2030. This growth will be driven by advancements in electrolyzer technology, decreasing costs for renewable energy sources, and supportive government policies aimed at promoting clean energy solutions. By 2030, it is anticipated that green hydrogen production capacity will reach around 150 gigawatts, producing approximately 63,750 tons per day. Such developments highlight the significant investments being made in the sector and the growing recognition of green hydrogen as an essential component of global energy strategies. However, realizing the full potential of green hydrogen is not without challenges. The current infrastructure for hydrogen production, storage, and distribution needs substantial investment and development to support widespread adoption. Additionally, while technological advancements are promising, they must be accompanied by effective policy frameworks that encourage investment and innovation in green hydrogen technologies. Governments worldwide are beginning to recognize this need. For example, the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act includes provisions for tax credits aimed at boosting clean hydrogen production. In conclusion, the promise of green hydrogen as a cornerstone of a sustainable energy future is becoming increasingly clear. Its ability to decarbonize hard-to-abate sectors while supporting renewable energy integration positions it as a critical solution in the fight against climate change. As technological advancements continue to reduce costs and improve efficiency, Coupled with supportive policies and international collaborations, green hydrogen is set to play an integral role in powering the world sustainably. The path ahead may be challenging, but with concerted efforts from governments, industries, and communities globally, green hydrogen can help realize a cleaner and more resilient energy landscape for future generations.